G'day and welcome to Electronics in Wood. So this class, as electronics are changing and becoming cheaper, they're more affordable to combine in our projects. And this class has sort of evolved in the last few years. And currently I can show you about our primary focus today, which is making a useless box. Now that sounds fun, doesn't it? So making a box that has no purpose other than to be creative and entertaining. But useless box, it's an interesting concept, and if you look that up on YouTube, you'll find heaps of different versions of this. Our version here, as you can see, the name down there, the useless box, you can look this up. This is not one of my videos, but it's something that I based it on. Unfortunately, I don't have anything here with me to show you right now, but I did have an example as well. So. But that's at school at the moment. I'm home recording, getting this ready to give you as much information as you can. So really we make a little bit of focus on the woodworking. So we make some boxes and some frames and some things, but they're only really there to house the electronics, to put the electronics into. So we can use our woodworking skills that we've learnt in year 7, year 8, possibly year 9, and also, we're going to learn a lot about electronics. So I'll give you a brief description of it, but it's our main topic is the useless box, but we also will sometimes do other projects as well, depending on how we go for time. So and how well the class is interacting with each other and stuff like that. But we've done games boards before, so we make a little game, electronics game. Some people have made things like miniature air hockey tables and cool things that incorporate electronics. Things like small tables that incorporate what they call infinity mirrors. So there's little lights within a one-way mirror, and you can see right through the project. But it must incorporate some form of electronics. So let's get into this and have a little bit of a look. So basically you got a little fella inside the box, and he does different things each time. So it's programmed into an Arduino board, and we'll show you a little bit what the Arduino board looks like. But each time you push that switch, he comes out and does something a little bit different. It's like he's got his own little personality. That time he's preempted that switch push, and he's come out and got a bit angry. He's not happy that this switch keeps getting pushed. Okay, so I'll go through the video and show you a little bit about what some of these components inside it look like. So you got yourself a basic box, we can build that, and you got this Arduino board. Now I might mute that for you. Got this little Arduino board, some cute little toys which you could use. You can also have 2D like photos of things that you like as well, but maybe a trip to your op shop would find some little teddy bears and stuff. We'll just use some small AA batteries instead of this pack that's a bit more expensive. Just some AA batteries, and we got these little servo motors here. That's what power the little arms. We'll see them in operation a bit later on. Okay, so I'll provide you with some of those. So all the components we provide you with that you need to make this project, and you got a switch, all that sort of gear. In here they use this thing called a breadboard. You can see what it looks like here. That's for plugging wires into. Now I prefer the approach of soldering the wires together directly, and that's more like auto electronics. So it'll give you a little bit of an idea of if you pull the dashboard of a car apart and you try to fix some stuff in there, some of the skills that you'd learn to be able to do that, you'll learn in this electronics in wood project. So instead of that, we'll wire them directly. You can see a bit of a circuit diagram there. I've made some circuit diagrams myself that are a little bit more simple. But if they're wired into the Arduino board is programmable. It means that you can program different things, but you don't have to. Okay, you don't have to learn how to program, but if you are interested in doing that, that could be like a bonus thing you do in the task. So basically, I plug it into the computer and I can flash the memory of it with the code for the box, and it will already have that programming built into it. But yes, it can be modified at any time. So you got the Arduino board. That's what powers it. That's like the brain of this little box, and it plugs into the computer. Little lights come on, tell you that yep, it's all done. You dump the files on there, and then we do some wiring. So we wire up some components in there. It's fun. We learn about basic. We're looking at about 5 volts of voltage here, and we'll look at some little LED lights. Understand how they work. You can see on the board you've got a few little other components as well, but it's not difficult. I do it in a way that I break it down and make every step really simple. Okay, if you can imagine, this here is at least 10 weeks of work. So in this little short video, we do break it down into small sections so everybody can understand and have success, hopefully. So you can see after a while, there's quite a few wires going on, but remember, you might only do 1 or 2 wires per class. So you'll understand what that wire means by the circuit diagrams that we provide you. And you slowly put these parts together. So we get to the servo motors here, and we wire them up. Once they're all wired to the board, you can see how we wire them into the board. Okay, you can push them in directly like that, or you can wire them in underneath here and solder them directly to the board. That choice is up to you, depending on how good you want to have the final product. So you got the box. He's working on the box there, and so working out how to install these things into the box. You can use a bit of hot glue. Install those little components. So I was actually installing mine using little bits of timber, and I was screwing them as well, but hot glue will work as well. There's multiple ways to get this to work. So you can see on this servo, you got this little arm, and you'll be able to see how that works later on. And a second arm on here, this is what the animal has a little furry arm there. And that there will turn around and make that switch go. So I wonder if there's an option that might show you. They're gluing that little head onto the top there. It's a fun bit there, and a bit of arm stuff there. So, okay. I thought they were showing in here what it looks like. Just to do it, here we go. So you can, there's a little test that shows you how it works when it's open, okay? So interesting little project, but not the only thing we do. So the first project, this project here that we focus on, you don't necessarily have to be all that creative, although you can make it unique to you. But after which you would have your own creative project. You'd be able to design your own task, okay, after this. So you would start off with this, and then afterwards you design your own task. So like I said, could be just a small project with some lights incorporated into it. It could be have some little speakers or something like that. So we want to incorporate the electronics, but in a way that it's not too nerdy, too making your brain explode, too much theory, not much of that at all. We focus on practical electronics, okay? So if you think practical electronics, learning a little bit of this stuff, learning about an Arduino, or simply when you grow up, you want to know how to fix your car, if some wiring goes a bit astray on the car. If you're interested in those sort of things, this is a class for you. You learn how to solder, you learn how to do just those basic electronics and how to put them together properly. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. A lot of students are enjoying this class at the moment. It's a good little one, and some people are doing both. Some people are doing the making a model in wood. Some people are doing the electronics in wood. You can do either or both, or yeah, up to you guys. So that's a little bit of an understanding, hopefully. And don't forget, if you've got more questions, you can email me, and hopefully I'll be able to clear up those little questions for you. But don't forget, you can look up these things, DIY Useless Box, and on YouTube, and have a bit of a look at that. That's our primary project. But don't forget to be creative and think about some good things for yourself. All right, thanks a lot. See ya.